Can you see it's started recording?
Uh, no, I think that radio. Yeah, I can see that
Started. Okay.
now. It started.
Okay. You understood, no, the videos. What is significance?
Yes, yes. This video I understood what you shared.
Ah.
So what I understood from that, if inputs are there, like
Mm,
uh, 1 second. So let me. Okay. So in that principal amount, interest rate, terms, initial rates are there.
mm,
Then we can create that monthly payment from that,
mm,
and the loan balance we can create,
mm,
right?
mm, mm,
The question, the first question which is given there, so in assignment.
mm,
So in that we are given inputs like principal, and for two banks there is like a term. What the term we have, like 18 years and 15 years at the rate of interest of 9% and 8%.
mm,
So but apart from that, there are a few more things added in that. That is a down payment, installment, and SDFC, and for PNB there is some 50% loan from employee side, and 45% it's given for the bank, that
mm.
employee from employee salary will be deducted, and that deduction will be on the first day, and from the company side it will be deducted on the last day. So I am not able to correlate that part to this. That's my question actually. That's why I just
Okay.
asked you.
So, okay.
Mhm.
Basically, um, so it doesn't matter. Assume that employee deductions happen on first day of the month, and housing loan payments made by company happens on the last day of the year.
Mhm.
So the loan is provided by the company to the employee, uh, but our analysis question is choose the best one in
Mhm.
favor to the company, not to the employee. So it doesn't matter how the deductions of employees happening. See, the
Okay.
company will pay the housing finance company on installment basis. Somewhere
Mhm.
I read, assume the individual apartments are of equal value. Okay, the number of beneficiaries will be the number of beneficiaries will be 4 in number. The total cost of purchasing apartments will be 1
1
crore.
crore. Yeah.
So one bank, tenure 18 years, 9% interest, and HDFC 15 years and 8% interest. Okay.
Yes.
So, okay, based on this, can we compute the amortization loan schedule?
Yes, we can. But we
Principal
can do
amount,
that.
interest, and tenure. Okay. So that is one option. Here, basically,
Shreya, here actually one more thing is given, which is 5% of the cost of the apartment has to be made and recoverable from the employee in 24 installment. Means this amount we need to deduct from principal, and then whatever the amount will be, that will be the new principal for calculating the this EMI.
correct, correct. The principal amount will be changed. This is just to see how employee will pay. Doesn't matter actually. That's what I'm
Okay.
trying to say. Here, yeah, 1 crore minus 5% of it will be 95 lakhs. Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
So
this
that
five
will be the
percent. Yeah, this will be recoverable from the employee in 24 installment. Means 24 month we have to decrease from both the time, right? Like 18 years and 15 years. Correct, na?
24 installments means 2 years. Yeah.
Means 2 years we have to deduct from both side, right? From PNB side and SDFC. Then we have to compute.
Yeah,
Is it?
correct. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, that's what even I read from the other. other.
means, I'm trying to understand like, what it is trying
Correct,
to
correct.
say.
You're right. So yeah, 2 years, 10 year will it will become
16
for
years.
the what do you mean to say?
16 years
Uh,
for
16,
PNB.
16 years for the company for first PNB, and this is
PNB.
uh,
Yeah.
13. Okay, so the upfront payment will be made by the company. Okay, first 2 years will be zero for the company because this loan amortization we are doing it for the company, not for the employee. And in case of availing the loan from HDFC, 50% of installment will be recovered from the installment recovered from the employee on a
On
monthly
month.
basis. And
Yeah.
in case of availing the loan amount from PNHLB, 44% will be from the employee. It means here
Mm-hmm.
from HDFC, whatever the installment amount you get, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that amount by 2 will be the actual installment amount for the company.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to say there is a, first, if you know the generic calculation for the loan amortization table.
Mm-hmm.
So I will explain that example. That's why as you said you are already understood. Okay, anyway I will explain that just simple. It
Yeah, yeah.
will.
Yeah.
So there will be one more column for the HDFC means for the basically how much installment company needs to be paid. So it will be whatever the installment we got from the formula by
Mm-hmm.
2 will be for HDFC, and for
Mm-hmm.
PNB 45% from the employee means company will pay 55%. You
Right.
understand? So so into 0.55 of actual arrived installment amount will be the company company has to pay.
Okay.
Okay. And one more thing. I doubt 5% of the cost. Okay, 5 down payment has to be made and recoverable from the employee in 24 installments. Uh, in 24 installments, it means first 2 years means first 2 years means company is basically paying yearly basis. It means first 2 years we need to keep zero.
Okay.
Okay, okay. We need, okay, actual, okay. I think the principal amount should not be changed.
Okay.
Uh,
So, what I understood is this 5% of the cost of the
hmm,
apartment is deducted from the employee's salary, right? So that will be for only 2 years, right? After that onwards, the company will pay the rest amount, right?
no, this is something confusing me. Down payment of 5% of cost of apartment has to be made and recoverable from the employee in 24 installments. Okay, okay. I think 5% will not be part of loan, isn't it?
Yes, that's what I am understanding. Like
Okay.
5% will not be the part of loan, and that also will be recoverable in 24 installments, not like a down payment at a time. Means
Mm-hmm.
first 2 years we are not means company is not going to pay anything, not a
Mm-hmm.
single penny, and after that means 2 years means this 18 years for PNB and 15 years for SDFC will start. So our principal amount will be deducted
Hmm.
basis of this 5%,
Correct, correct.
and that will be the new principal for the calculation of loan. That's what I'm understanding. I don't know.
Exactly right, right. You're right. Yeah. So 95 lakhs will be the principal amount. And
Yes, for calculating loan.
this 24 months, what is the significance is this is 2 years.
Yes.
So it means
In that case, we no need to decrease that 18-year term for PNB at the rate of 9%, right? So because 18
yeah,
year will start after this 2 year, isn't it?
Correct. So first 2 years, basically we have to compute the installment amounts, but for the company, the installment amount is 0.
Yes, for the first 2 years, company is not going to pay a single penny.
Uh, and this is okay. Yeah, first 2 years is like, okay, maybe at abstract level, at this level, we will consider it as 0 for the company, first 2 installments. Actual installment amount will be there, but which is like paid by the employee. There we can keep some comment there. And first 2 installments 0, and from third installment it will become for HDFC into 0.5, for PNB it is into 0.55.
What is why 0.5?
0.5. This is and even for installment amount also is paying 50%, right? In case of availing the loan from HDFC, 50% of installment will be recovered from the employee on the basis on a monthly basis. And in case of availing
Okay. Means like okay, the 5% which we deducted principal amount, so that will be like 95 lakh, right? So that 50% of that 95 lakh employee will be paying if loan is availed from SDFC. And
correct.
if it is availed from PNB, then 45% of that amount, 95 lakh, will be paid by the employee, right?
Correct.
But how this is going to help in computation? Means this 50%.
So we should not change the principal amount. Principal amount we should not half it, or by 0.55 we should not do. Whatever the
Right.
actual installment amount into we do factor. For HDFC into 0.55. For PNB it is 0.55.
Okay. For the company point of view, right?
Company 0.5, because I will see the option of choosing the service rests with the company only. Assume that employee deductions happen on first day of the month. It doesn't matter actually for us. And housing loan payments made by the company happens on the last day of the year. This is matters for us.
Okay.
Because
So one doubt I am having here. So housing loan paid by the company will be on the last day of the year. Means it will be on the
31st
yearly
December.
basis, right?
Correct.
So we no need to calculate on monthly basis amortization.
It doesn't matter. See, amortization is like that is just a period. The period, uh, uh, how many periods we have
But
within the year? Within the year, for us it is one. The number of periods within a year is one now here.
okay.
In the formula, if you see in the Excel, NPER is there, no? Number of periods.
Okay. Yeah.
Number of period talks about how many periods we have within the year. For us, it is one only.
Okay.
It need not be a monthly. It
So,
can be a quarterly also. How many quarters we have? 4 quarters, right? 3 into 4. 4 quarters. It means number of periods is 3. 4 in that case. It need not be monthly. Monthly is like extreme case, means normally practically how we pay the EMIs. The housing loan is offered on fixed interest rate basis, and EMI will not change. Assume that the individual apartments are equal size. Calculate the you understood? Okay. Now okay, we'll go for the actual one only. Sorry. Principal amount.
So basically here we are going to calculate on 95 lakh, not 1 crore. Right, Suresh?
Correct.
Okay.
95. And
I think Veera joined. Hey Veera, how are you?
HDFC interest, how much? We're also joined.
Yeah, I think.
Okay,
Yes.
he's in office. Okay, he will be in mute. It's okay.
Okay.
Uh,
For
HDFC.
HDFC, Okay, that is the 15 years term at the rate of 8%.
HDFC 8%, huh?
Yes.
HDFC.
He is asking, Veera is asking to mute him.
No, yeah, he is on mute. He's not. Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
He will not speak. It's okay.
Okay.
HDFC loan tenure. How many years?
15 years.
15. And PNB
That is
9%.
18.
Interest is 9%. Tenure is 18 years, right?
18 years. Yes. Are you doing something? I cannot see you.
Oh, you cannot see, huh? Okay. Oh, let me share this. Okay, this is every time. Now?
Yes.
Okay. PNB tenure is how much?
What is it? PNB interest 9%.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
PNB tenure is
9%.
18 years, right?
Yes. How you made it 9%?
9 percentile.
Okay, okay. The rate of interest. Yeah, I understood. Yep.
Okay. Okay. And then dun, dun, dun. Here it will be period
Yeah, period, date, and
installment
monthly.
period.
Mhm.
Date, he didn't give any date, right?
No.
Mm,
Date is only for deduction. That is the first of month for employee and last of the day for year. Last day of the year for company.
mhm.
So we can give the last date, right? We are computing for the company.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. If date is not given, can we assume, or I think it doesn't matter. Oh,
But for computing installment, so we will be computing like monthly payment. We will not be computing, right? We will be computing yearly payment, isn't it?
correct, correct.
Okay.
Installment. Okay, this is payment. This is installment payment.
Mm-hmm.
And what will be there? There will be in part of installment. There will be
Interest payment,
interest and
principal.
principal. Installment and loan balance.
Yes.
What is the loan balance?
Mm.
Installment period. First, okay, 0 at the time of first installment. Oh, this is for okay. Maybe we can do it for HDFC and PNB different, or okay, installment payment for we'll do it for HDFC.
Okay.
Similarly,
or PNB also.
HDFC. This is no entry. Installment payment initially will be 0. Installment is 0. This is like initial condition. So the loan amount is this. So this is the first installment. Installment payment is there is a formula PMT, as you already know. Right?
Suresh, for installment period, like 2 period, we have to skip, right?
Yeah. Correct. See, we have to calculate the installment, but the amount from the company side we will ignore. We need to write one more column. First two terms, right? There is a comment, and these two terms, term 1 will be paid by the employee. Term 2, I mean installment 2 will be paid by the employee. Like that we will do. But the installment, but loan will have the installment amount. Internally, the company will, receive it from the employee.
Okay.
So then we first two columns we ignore while computing the total interest company paid.
Okay. First two column means period 1 and period 2, right?
Yeah. Yes, right.
Okay.
Rate of interest is HDFC 8%, because it is we are computing for yearly. So we will take the rate of interest 8 only. And the number of periods within the year is also 1 only. Number of number of periods in number of years it. This one.
That will be 15.
And present value is this. Future value we don't know, so I'm closing it.
Why it is coming like this? Okay, 8%. I think you have to convert it into
No.
amount.
It will take. Yesterday I did it with. So maybe this one is a problem, I think. Number of periods, number of rate and number of periods. Number of periods is right. Present value. Why is it not coming? A value used in the formula is of wrong data type. Okay.
Yeah, just convert it.
No, yesterday I used the percentage only. I don't think it's because of that. But anyway, let me check it. So even then also it is taking 8 only, right?
I think that percentage you need to make it. Okay. Suresh, I think that principal amount which you have given, you have to make it some dollar or some amount, means something like that.
Yeah, maybe that is true. Rupees is there like this? I don't know.
I don't know whether it will take or not.
Okay, let's. Okay, this is also something.
Dollar 8%.
Okay.
H2. It's H2, right? Why H3?
Hmm?
Okay, H2. Yeah. Yep. You're right.
What's going on?
It's not taking.
I think this is something wrong.
15 years. Tenure in years. Yeah, it is right. You are freezing it, huh? The dollar. Okay.
Yeah, that is okay.
Okay, 8% means 8 divided by 12, Suresh.
No, actually, in our case, it is yearly, no?
Oh, yep. So it will be 8 only.
Interesting. Okay.
Even I have not tried also. Only I saw the video.
No, yesterday we did it. Yesterday I did with percentage only. See,
Okay, just click on that first value and see what is the
so
formula there.
this is we did yesterday. Like for our education loan, to one and a half lakh and 11%. It is came proper, but
8% is also coming. Period here is also okay. So just double click on that, na number 8. Yeah, that only. Double click. So formula will give that, whether we are taking the right formula.
hmm?
No. In that sheet only, Suresh.
Which one?
The previous sheet which you shown me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So double click there, wherever. See how it has given dollar the like that only we are giving, right?
That's what I am surprised. Principal amount I did. I didn't give in anything. Oh, okay. I got it now.
What?
Maybe the commas is the problem here.
Okay, yeah. Sure. Comma maybe it will not take. Yes.
Yeah, why it didn't change?
Hmm. Oh, comma was coming because of dollar. Huh?
Now it is came. Dekha. So comma it has to take, but we should not give.
Okay.
It has internal convention. The problem is with the comma. Okay.
Okay.
So since it is cash flow based, it uses cash flow how it goes, cash outflow and cash inflow goes. So it is giving the negative value since it is paid by the uh, since it is a payment. So it will
Hmm.
give minus value. So we are just minus of payment I did. So it will become
Okay.
positive. So I just want to remove the.
Uh, so,
Okay. Interest for interest calculation.
Suresh, you are freezing that in formula.
Correct. That is, yeah.
It is required. Huh? So why will freeze all the stuff? You have freezed all everything. Huh?
Yeah, it is required. That I'm not sure about it, but as per the videos, they have given.
Okay.
It's
Okay. Interest rate is same, na? That's okay. Yeah. So it is required. Yeah. And tenure is also same, and principal amount, but
yes.
principal amount will change, right? as
No,
we are
that
paying
no,
loan.
that is the loan amount, actual loan amount. Installment, part of installment. That's why I mentioned here
Mhm.
this principal and actual principal amount. This is loan taken, disbursed amount.
Okay.
Yeah, that principal. That's why I have kept it here. Installment principal should not.
Okay. Okay. So out of 95 lakh, the installment payment it will be like 11 lakh something. 11 lakh 9,800. Okay.
Okay. IPMT. What is the rate of interest here? Is this here?
Mm-hmm.
Period.
15.
Hey, no, no. Period is 15. NPR is sorry. Period is this one. First installment.
Okay.
Number of periods is 15. Present value is this. And we can negate this.
Oh, every time we need to negate it.
We can do with minus also, but just to get out of the minus values. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
The calculations will be a little different. Minus minus. It's all
Mm.
outgoing and ingoing. When you need
Okay.
to subtract, you need to add something. Those differences will come. Okay. It is the interest. Our now principal is payment will have interest plus installment. So it will become
Mm-hmm.
our installment minus interest will become the principal part of the installment. This you understood, right?
Okay.
No, no. I'm just subtracting interest
Yeah, yeah, understood. Yeah, that
from
we
the,
need to substitute. Yes.
yeah, for loan balance, previous loan balance minus current principal. What is paid part of the installment is the current loan balance, means equal to previous loan balance minus
Loan balance means from principal. Yeah, the main balance, what is 95 lakh principal amount. From that, we will decrease the principal what we have paid.
yeah,
Right.
in general previous loan balance. This is amortization table, right? For each period it is
Yeah.
previous loan balance. For us, yeah, first entry it will be actual principal amount, but next, for next period installment,
Yes.
it will become this, whatever we get now, that minus next period principal paid.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes.
It's
Yes.
like previous loan balance minus
Yes.
principal paid currently is the current
Yeah.
loan balance. So if
Got it.
you say this, how many we have? 15, huh?
15 years.
Eh?
Oh, it's more than 15. Huh? How? Why?
Something went wrong. I think okay, maybe one more we need to do. I think more we need to do. I think okay, something is not fixed. Formula. This I didn't mark. Yeah, this is something fixed. Here it is necessary to do it.
Okay.
Dollar for this is a period. Period will change, so that we didn't. We should not make it fixed.
Okay. Yes, period will change.
Otherwise, the amount will not change.
Mhm.
So I think I don't know. Maybe how many? Uh,
Now just drag it.
exactly 15th term it is became zero principal. the loan balance is 0. And if you look at the sum of uh, $9,50,000 matched. Can you see this? Means the total principal amount is paid. How much interest we are paying, if you see?
Summation of that.
This is how much?
71 lakh. 71 lakh 48,210.
This much interest is getting paid. 71 lakh.
Yep.
Hmm.
Apart from 95 lakh, one has to pay 71 lakh.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No. For company, okay. This is another comment section will come.
Company.
For
Company will pay this one. No? Oh, 50% employee has to pay.
Company doesn't pay. Doesn't no. Don't.
This, what I'm thinking, employee has to pay 50%, right?
Yeah. That is another.
Yeah. So 95 lakh out of 95 lakh principal payment. What will be the half? 48. The half of 95 lakh employee has to pay, right? And that interest also half of it employee will pay.
Yeah, 47 and off. Yeah.
47.
Yes, but the question it is like that, or it is some rule?
No, question.
Uh-huh.
So in case of HDFC Bank, employee will pay half of the installments. Like
Acha.
whatever the installment we arrived, right? This installment amounts. So instead, company will pay half of it. On top of that, first two 5%. Okay, anyway, we have removed. Hey, this is interesting. 95 lakh we have taken. Okay, first two periods also we have to consider, Saurabh. Because down payment we already removed 5% from the employee, right? Which will be recovered in first 2 years by the company from the employee.
So that will not be the part of loan.
Yeah, that will not be part of loan itself. So first two.
You no need to compute it here, no?
We are not computing, no?
Oh yeah. We no need to compute it here. Yes, we have to compute from third period, isn't it?
Hey, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
One second, let me share.
That question actually.
A down payment of 5% of the cost of apartment has to be made and recoverable from the employee in 24 months. So company is already paid.
So it's a down payment, Suresh.
Yeah. Down payment. Company
Down
already
payment is not the part of loan, isn't it?
Correct.
So that's why we removed it and make it the principal amount as 95 lakh. Correct?
Correct. So first, this also will not come to our calculation. I'm saying first terms also.
Yeah, so that is already removed. Now, when we made the principal amount as 95 lakh, it means that this part has already gone. Now, no need of this part, isn't it? Now, no need of this part. Na? This employee recoverable from employee in 24 installment, because already we have reduced the.
That's it. That's it.
Principal amount. So that part is gone now. Now we have to compute on the 95 lakh basis.
Hmm.
So I think we are right there. Huh?
Mm, mm, mm.
Because that is a down payment, and what I understood, down payment is a one time payment only. So that company will recover from employee salary or something, so that will be the different part, that will not be the part of loan. So here we have to compute loan for company.
Correct, correct. So my
Oh,
point is, initially we thought first 2 years employee is paying, so we should not consider these two installment
no,
periods.
Suresh, what I'm understanding, so this first two is not this one, because
Correct,
already
correct.
that has, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Means we have to consider these two also. Initially we thought
Yeah, we have to
we
consider. Yes, yes.
we shouldn't consider. So actually we have to consider. That's what I
Yeah,
removed that
we have to
comment.
consider. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's what I'm telling.
But okay. Um,
But that 50% part we have to do some computation. Huh?
I think our meeting will end up in 10 minutes.
Oh, is
Now,
it?
now you got the glimpse, right? What needs to be done? This and all offline we can do.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
How to do the computation? You understood, right?
Yeah, yeah. Understood. And that
This is for
50% part
which question?
we need to. Huh?
Huh, Vira?
Yeah, this is for the first question.
Yes, yes.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, Ashok also joined. Okay, good. Hmm, okay. So, and in brief, the second question is there,
Theory or
there is
that is also calculations.
yeah, it's a theory. Just in 5 minutes, let's try to finish.
Yeah.
So basically, there is a company which manufactures one type of product like electrical cables. They want to expand to different products. They have two options. Either they can go for solar plates or LED bulbs manufacturing. So currently, the company is performing very well, and the profits they are sharing around 12 to 15% to the uh, stockholders as a dividend. So the CEO thought to expand. So and then he trusted the GM finance of that company, and he discussed with him, and the GM came back with a decision like if we go for manufacturing solar plates, it needs more capital, and I can grow as a financial CFO, chief financial officer, in the bargaining the capital and all while investing into the company. So with his personal benefit and with that thought, he proposed that option to the company without analyzing what is the economy condition of the market and what are the difficulties we face while getting the agreements in getting the raw materials for manufacturing solar plates and all. He didn't analyze. So what happened is, uh, af- after they taking this new project of no before that they had a meeting with the board of directors. They also agreed with the decision taken by the GM finance, which is approved by the CEO. uh, you know During the initial stage they faced a lot of problems during signing collaborations, and um, inflated cost means it increased to unnecessary costs like if we don't get the money on time, you know the kind of interest they get, they will get the raw materials, right? So the interest rate will be more on it if you don't provide money on time, something like that. So if you take more time, the inflated cost due to the poor supply of money in the market, because they don't have the money and the expenses are getting increased. That's what it means. The downturn of the economy also not analyzed before taking this decision. So that made them, they couldn't manufacture solar plates properly. The only option they have is they try to pull out the money whatever they have for the existing business for manufacturing the electrical cables. So the current business also didn't function proper, and the new business also didn't function proper. So they land up into the losses, and finally they went into the bankruptcy. This is what the theoretical scenario. The question here is trace out the conflict between the management and the shareholders in the case study. I don't know what we can put, because obviously the shareholders used to get 12 to 15% as a dividend. Now they will no, it's like minus, I guess, right? It will be minus value because it land up into the bankruptcy. It's like the company went to bankruptcy, creates a lot of disturbances in the shareholders against the managerial decisions taken. Something I wrote. Maybe you can add that some points. So, is the act of GM Finance an error or sin? From my perspective, I'm thinking it is a sin actually, because of his looking at his personal growth. He didn't look at what is the condition of the economy of the market, and what are the hurdles or difficulties we face during getting the agreements for manufacturing solar plates. Those things and all he didn't analyze, and he proposed the decision to the CEO. CEO is a guy who trusted this GM Finance blindly, and he approved it. So it's like sin, not an error, because without analyzing for his personal benefit, taking decision is wrong, because a lot of shareholders also affected, right? Where do you think CEO went wrong? Because CEO didn't analyze anything, whatever the report submitted by the GM Finance. He just blindly accepted his decision because he's a trust guy for him. That is the mistake he has done. And what, according to you, is the approach the CEO should have taken? He would have analyzed the report before foreseeing what are the difficulties he will face while taking up the new project. That market economy, how is it? Will we get the proper capital for manufacturing the new uh, new manufacturing machinery? He didn't analyze anything, and he blindly taken the decision taken by the GM Finance. That is the uh, problem, and he would have analyzed it before his report, whatever he has submitted. Okay, you can add any points on this. What could be the conflict between shareholders and management once they land up into the bankruptcy? Saurabh?
Uh, shareholders lost their money, no?
Shareholders lost their money, but okay, because they are not part of board of directors, right? They are not part of taking the decisions by the company, right? They're just like owners, dummy owners. They lost
Okay.
because what they can do, trace the conflict means, yeah. I couldn't understand that, because yeah, definitely they will be disappointed because
Yeah,
they
sir.
they used to get this much dividend consistently because company was performing very well consistently. So all of a sudden, hearing this news, they will not get any dividends more. So it's obviously hurts them, right?
Yes, yes, I
Yeah,
think
but
you're
what
right.
is the conflict? What they can do?
Conflict, means that means what is the contradictory part we have to discuss there, no?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So between the shareholders and one second, what is the question actually?
Question
Between
is,
the management and shareholder.
trace the conflict between the management and the shareholders. Here, management,
So
CEO, board of directors, and GM Finance, they all took the decision. The shareholders didn't even aware of it, right? What company is doing, because it
yes,
didn't exposed in the financial reports also, because the project is not started yet. Before starting the new project itself, the company went into the bankruptcy. That's what see. The company slipped into the red and reached stage of bankruptcy without a new project even taking off. You understood the situation? This is the situation. Because they didn't have the money, they pulled out the money from the existing business. Instead of manufacturing electrical cables, they took that money and put it in the new project for installation and all. Before taking off itself, they went into this bankruptcy.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
It's like taking some amount from one project and putting it into another.
correct.
Okay.
The first question only I didn't understand little clear. Means obviously there will be conflict because they will be upset what they can do, but conflict will be there.
They can stop investing in that company, no?
Obviously, the company will be closed, man.
That is the means afterward parts, right? But
Ah,
means after conflict that will happen.
hmm.
That they will stop funding.